Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley is going public about her hair loss.
This is my official public revealing. I'm ready now because I want to be freed from the secret and the shame that secret carries with it.
In a new video with The Root, she revealed her bald head for the first time, saying she has the autoimmune disorder alopecia that causes hair loss. The freshman Democrat and high-profile member of the so-called Squad explained why she decided to share her personal struggle.
My twists have become such a synonymous and conflated part of not only my personal identity and how I show up in the world, but my political brand. That's why I think it's important that I'm transparent about this new normal.
An estimated 6.8 million people in the U.S. have alopecia. A recent study in the Journal of the American Academy of Dermatology found African Americans have a higher incidence of the disorder than other groups. Pressley said her last piece of hair fell out the night before the House impeachment vote.
Today we take a stand against corruption and abuses of power.
Presley's fellow Squad members and other Democrats tweeted their support. Congresswoman Ilhan Omar called her courage-inspiring, and Representative Gwen Moore wrote, "Thank you, my sister, for your bravery." While she's still in the process of making peace with her alopecia, she says she's making progress every day. Errol Barnett, CBS News, New York.